Hello and welcome to another tutorial from Premier EPOS. Today I'm going to show you how to effectively use the connections system to build up on upselling or using it as a variable item in your special offers, for example. What I mean by this is I'll log myself in and I'll show you what I mean. So I go to my sales mode. Okay, and if I just clear that card for a second, go to grooming, and if I go for X large dog grooming, this pops up immediately, and obviously there's this basically telling me that obviously when someone goes for this particular service, they have to select which particular shampoo they want to use. So if I go for that one and go to accept, it then adds it into there. So I'll show you how I actually did this. So if I go to exit sales now and go over to stock manager, what I'll do now is I will select another one of the grooming items and I will do it for the large dog effectively here, like so. So what I've actually done, I've created an item called shampoo basically, and it's a placeholder effectively. It doesn't do anything other than to connect products together so we can add it to an actual button to allow the actual connections to then open up. So what I mean by that is if I actually search for my connections, so if I go to type of item, I've actually made one here called discount placeholder. So I do a search on that. So there you go. I've got one just called shampoos basically, and then whenever shampoos gets added into the actual cart via a button, what we'll do is go to the connection sections here, and then there's all the items that will pop up along with it. Very similar to the thing how restaurants do it with any extras, you know, different sides and what have you. But this way, what you can actually do is you can actually use this within an actual special offer. So say for example, if you're doing some sort of like hamster kit or anything like that, if you wanted people to have a different variation of disinfectant, for example, different flavors, that type of stuff, then obviously you can actually change that and actually make it so you can add 3 different variables in there, so then the customer can basically choose and select which one they have. So what I'll do is I will physically make this one. So all you have to do is physically make one like this, for example. I put it under a type as well to make life a bit simpler when I search for these things. So I've done shampoos and I've added it to the connections. So what I can do now is I will create another one. So what I'll do is I'll just cheat a little bit now and just go to based on selection, and I'll just call this shampoos 2 just for testing purposes. So there you have it. Obviously no selling price whatsoever, no tax, nothing. This is basically a dead product effectively. It's not really a product. Like I said, it's just really a placeholder. And I've also set it, I've unticked decrement when sold as well, because obviously there's no real point putting that one there as well. So if I accept that now, that should then create 2. So what I need to do now is I need to physically add the connections to this particular placeholder. So if I go to add connections to product, and then if I then just search for whatever I'm looking for. So say for example, I wanted to add, say just them for example, and I click accept, they're now added to that particular item called shampoos 2. So what do I do now with this? So what I can do now, I can go over to my sales layout, open this up, select my layout, then go to grooming, and then go to this one. So as you can see, this one at the moment, this particular button, all this does is add in the large dog grooming, and that's it. So what I want to do is I want to add in this little placeholder. So because I've done it on a type, it just makes life a bit simpler. I go discount placeholder, go for search, there's my shampoos 2. What I'll then do, I will add that into there like so, and it pops it down there. Obviously it changes that to shampoos 2, but all you need to do then is just literally click on the edit button there and then just press enter, and then it just fixes it and puts it back to the original one there like so. So what will happen now then is I will close this over, open up the sales mode, let's clear my cart, go to grooming, go to large dog grooming, boom, it's added in large dog grooming, and it's also added in the placeholder called shampoos 2. Then I can actually add one of these into it, or obviously I can also do multiples as well. So I've added them 2 in there for example, and there you have it. So nice and simple method to be able to make some variable changes within your special offers, and obviously play around with the buttons as well, and make sure your staff are actually adding the products that are actually on for offer as well. So it's a bit of a fail-safe proof for it as well. So there you have it. I do hope that's been useful. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll check you out next time. See you now.